matter what your religion, you know it in your heart, and you know where to start. We will be better. We will be vegan. Welcome to my live stream. I'm Miss Katie. I'm going to talk to you soon. The future's vegan. It's true. The future will be vegan. Can you believe it? Isn't that going to be awesome? Yeah. The future is vegan. No matter what your religion, we will rise to protect them. The most innocent alien. The future is vegan. No matter what your religion, you know it in your heart, and you know where to start. We will be better. We will be vegan. Thank you guys, everybody, for being here. I'm Miss Katie, that vegan teacher. Hello, everybody here on TikTok, and hi, everybody here on YouTube. It is 10 to 3 in the morning here in Italy at the moment. I couldn't sleep. I was thinking about the animals, and I thought I'll just get up and I'll do a live stream. So I'm wide awake anyway. Thought I'd see who's all here. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you to who else we got here coming in. Let me just make sure I thank you. And thank you also for subscribing to my channel, those of you who have just showed up here on my TikTok channel, and you guys on YouTube. Hi there. Hi, Jackie. Thanks for being here. Bad timing for you, is it? Well, go to the washroom and just come back. It's fine. No big deal. Oh, we have a super chat here. Hold on. Let me see what this person says. Did you watch my edit? No, I didn't watch your edit. No, I don't have time, actually. I'm really sorry. If you want to get my attention, you have to find a way to show your face on camera, and you have to be an animal rights activist. I'm really sorry. I know you want me to, but I'm just being completely honest. I don't watch people's edits who ask me to, because so often they are people who think it's funny to use AI and make it seem like I'm eating animals, which I don't. Or I don't watch them because people are simply showing me incredible animal abuse. So yeah, sorry about that. Guys, look at this card, guys, on TikTok, right? See this? It says, why love one but eat the other? So let's just think about that for a second. Why is it that we love some animals and we eat other ones? Hey guys, thanks for double tapping here on TikTok. We already have 4.8 thousand likes. Thank you for the little rose, Ethan. If you guys want to come in and talk to me, you absolutely can. And it would be my pleasure to have a chat. Let me know where you are in the world. Oh, hi,
Hello.
Ethan. Hi, Ethan. Welcome to our live stream. Where are you in the world?
Ireland.
Ireland. Okay. Why do you think it is that we eat some animals and then others we don't? Why do you think that is?
Well, it depends. I mean, like, so cows, for example, they're a good source of protein.
Who is? Cows are? You think cows are a good source of protein?
Well, not. Yeah.
What about cats? Are cats a good source of protein? I'm sorry, but if you come to talk to me, you have to be in a room that's completely quiet with no TV in the background, okay? No TV or noise in the background.
Oh, that's right. I'll just leave. Have a great night.
Okay, bye then. Thanks for coming, and thanks for considering veganism. All right, so the reason that we eat some animals and we don't eat others is because we've been simply indoctrinated. We have gotten used to it as a society. We were taught to do so, and unfortunately, people keep on doing so. But we don't have to anymore. You guys can be vegan. You guys, everybody can be vegan. It is good for you. And by the way, the future will be vegan. It's just a matter of time. People will wake up because we do not have 27 planets in which to put all of these animals that we are raping into existence and that we are using and we are trashing the planet because of animal agriculture. So it's just a matter of time. Now, cultured meat is becoming a thing. I personally would not eat lab grown meat because I just don't feel the need to eat any animals. If you guys have an opinion about that, let me know. Who do we have here? Oh, we have somebody here named That Vegan Musician.
Hi, Katie. How are you?
Hi, welcome to our live stream here. You are in France, right?
Correct. Yes.
Yeah.
Same time zone as you. I just got back from my walk. I couldn't sleep either.
Okay. Hey, are you using some sort of headphones or something? Because it sounds like you're on a kind of a radio or something.
Yes. Let me take them off.
Okay.
Here.
So
This one's off.
today we're talking about whether veganism is a fad or not. We're talking about how the future is going to be vegan. What do you think about that? Do you think the future will be vegan?
I certainly hope so. I think it's becoming a more and more assured possibility. It'd be great if we had it already.
Yeah.
I hope to see it in our lifetimes.
It would be awesome, wouldn't it? Yeah. Because, the animals are suffering so much, and it's been proven by the Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics that we can be 100% healthy as vegans. So why wouldn't we all become vegan? Which means simply not exploiting and using animals. So I have a card here for you. I have a card
Yes,
for you.
I'd love to read a card.
All right, are you able to read it this way? Hold on a second. Do you want me to put it on the screen behind you, or is that okay?
I could try.
Yeah, okay. Well, I'll just flip it over. It's not a big deal. So guys,
Thank you.
over on YouTube, I have a magnet and I have this and a little magnetic board over on TikTok. So I can flip this over so everybody else can see it over on TikTok. If you want to join me on TikTok, the channel is called Music by That Vegan Teacher. And thanks a lot for being here. Hi, Bennett. I see you there. Thanks for coming. All right, you can read now.
All right, questions about culture. Apple emoji, banana emoji, watermelon emoji, question 100, broccoli emoji, strawberry emoji.
You don't have to you don't have to say the word emoji, or you don't have to say those things. It's okay.
Isn't veganism just a fad? Actually, veganism is a growing movement based on ethics, sustainability, and health. It's much more than a short-lived fad. It feels good and it's the right thing to do. Fun fact, being vegan means being kind to animals. Replace the word vegan with kind to animals in sentences to see how it feels. I am not vegan means I am not kind to animals.
That's right. So when people say that they're not vegan, they're essentially telling us that they are hurting animals, because that is what happens. Every time that you eat eggs or drink cow's milk or eat cheese, you are paying for a cycle of violence, and you don't have to. So everybody should stay away from the morgue part of the grocery store, stay away from the cemetery part of the grocery store, and be vegan forevermore.
Yes, things like pine nuts, chickpeas, beans, lentils, those are all great sources of protein. And you can get protein from all kinds of plants, peanut butter, other nut butters, vegan milks like oat milk, soy milk are great examples.
That's right, yeah. So can you give us an example of what you ate in the last couple of days that I know you like to cook? You put stuff in the oven often, right?
I do. As lazy as it is, I put lentils with, it's vegan, white wine on top of them and some water and spices, and throw it in the oven and forget about it for 90 minutes. And then 2 hours later, when I'm not busy, dinner's ready. Right. And it's perfect.
What's the temperature that you put the oven at when you do that?
Between 160 and 180 degrees Celsius. Because then the lentils get almost a little bit crispy on top. It makes a nice contrast.
Okay, very cool. Yeah, that's nice. All right. Well, thank you very much for coming. Thank you also for following me, and thank you for being a great vegan role model. We need more good men who are vegan. That's awesome. And you're also a violinist, right?
I am. I have to do some practicing this weekend.
Yeah, so if anybody likes to play the violin or is interested, we have somebody here on TikTok who's called That Vegan Musician. So you can go over there and see Daniel And maybe Daniel will play his violin a little bit more on camera. I notice you don't do that much. It would be cool
I
if you
know.
did.
Do you know why? I'm usually in rehearsals and things, and I record myself. It's like, oh, I'm a perfectionist, so it's like, oh, I need to do it again, and I keep
Yeah.
doing it over. It's like, no, it's just
Yeah,
not
yeah.
perfectly so.
It's very different when
that's-
you're playing in an orchestra and you're kind of muffled by other people and you're just kind of. Are you first violin or second?
It depends on the orchestra. I switch around. Some I say Justin first, and some I do both, depending
Okay.
on the program.
Okay. Well, cool. Well, thank you very much for coming today, Daniel.
Always a pleasure.
Take care. Bye. All right, so that was Daniel. He is a vegan man. We need more vegan men on this planet. Thank you guys for being here, everyone. If you guys over here on YouTube, you want to write something to me, you put in a super chat and I will read it out loud. Sometimes though, I might miss it if it's one of those light blue ones because they go kind of fast, but I'm doing my best. Doing my best to read as many of your comments as I can. So for those of you who don't yet know, this is my vegan declaration day, and I'd like to know when yours was. If you want to come in and talk about it, my vegan declaration day was June 27th, 2016. So coming up soon in June, because it's 2026 right now, it's going to be 10 years. We don't have to eat animal products at all. We don't have to abuse horses. We don't need to ride horses. We don't need to hurt any kind of animals. And if you think about it, a dog is really not very much different than a cow. Dogs and cows are so similar in all the ways that matter. They feel pain. They don't want to suffer. They want to be with their families and friends. They want to play and explore the planet. So why is it that we hurt cows? Why do we do that? We don't have to. We don't have to steal their milk. We don't have to steal their skin. We can wear other things besides leather. Cows are basically just big puppies. If you've ever seen videos of them, when you put a big ball outside, they just try to bounce it with their nose and try to kick it a little bit with their paws as well. So I'm urging you today to think about that. Think about why it is that you eat certain animals and others that you don't. And also, yeah, look at what it says on my necklace. All hospitals should be vegan. All schools should be vegan. Let's go to the next person here. All right, we've got somebody named Lachlan who wants to come in. Thanks, guys. Thank you very much, guys, for subscribing to my channel. What does this say here? How do you feel about DJ Loves Turbo? Asks somebody named Space. I don't really think about him. I mean, he's just a young person trying to make money. He's not very well educated because you can absolutely be vegan. And I think he's a bit lazy. I think he's a bit selfish. And I think it's pretty cruel that he promotes eating animals when he shouldn't. He has a largely young audience, and he should remind them that if they eat animals, that they are destroying the planet. It's also not good for their health. Hi there.
Hello.
Welcome to my live stream. Here is your card to read. Can you see it, or would you like me to flip it over?
Could you flip it, please?
Okay. I'm flipping it. I'm flipping over. So I'm pressing the button here, flipping the screen on TikTok, putting it behind the camera. And there you go. There's your card to read. And thanks everybody for being here from TikTok. I see we have several hundred of you. Thanks for coming. Somebody, hold on a second. I just noticed a comment. Somebody said, I can't live without protein. You're right. That's why plants have protein, silly. All right, keep reading.
Questions about culture. Isn't it rude to reject meat in social situations? Not at all. Most people will respect your ethical decisions, and it's becoming easier to find or bring vegan options to any gathering. Fun fact, most restaurants now offer vegan options so that we can enjoy a nice meal without contributing to animal cruelty.
Yeah, thank you for that. What do you think about what you just read?
I completely agree with it.
Yeah, we don't need to eat meat in cultural situations. If somebody put a dead cat in front of us, we would say, no. If they try to pressure us to eat a dead cat or a dog, we'd say no. So as vegans, we need to put our foot down and say, we're not eating that. We don't even want to sit around these dead bodies. And most people I find are pretty good about that. Well, I was eating with somebody the other day. Well, we were actually at a church. I go to this church called the Unitarian Universalist Church. And unfortunately, although they did vote that they should be vegan, that they should stop exploiting animals, at coffee hour, this guy, he had a sandwich. He was sitting with us, just chatting, and then he said, I got to eat because I have to go somewhere. And he goes, But he says, I feel kind of bad. It's like a ham sandwich. And I looked at him and I said, I just sort of looked at him, didn't really say anything. And I think he was waiting for permission to eat this ham sandwich in front of me. And I didn't say anything. And he's like, sorry about that. I'm like, say it to the animals. And he said, do you want me to eat somewhere else? I said, yeah, you shouldn't even be eating that in here. There should be no dead animals brought into churches. There should be no dead animals brought into schools. There should be no dead animals brought into hospitals. That is just the simple truth of it. Be vegan, not violent. Be vegan, not violent. Be vegan, not violent. Show empathy. Have mercy. Thanks, TikTok, for tapping on this little one. Tap on the screen and send your love.
Animals are here with us, not for us.
That's right. We can live happily and healthfully without hurting them. Be vegan, not violent. Hi, Mia. Be vegan, not violent. Hey there. Be vegan, not violent. Show empathy. Have mercy. Hey, Lachlan, do you want to talk a little bit about what your life is like?
Not
Yeah.
for us.
So, I have been vegan for the past 3 years.
Mm-hmm. Thank you for that. On
started-
behalf of the animals, thank you. Thank you for being vegan.
I just, I think you're quite like a role model, and I, loved watching your videos, and, you inspired me to be vegan.
Oh, thank you for telling me. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Can you tell me what it was specifically that I did or said that helped you to be vegan? Because it's kind of fascinating to me. I say it takes 100 clicks to become vegan. At first, most people who watch my videos, they say that they hate me and they're typing all this negative stuff. They tell me to F off. They call me the N-word. They say I'm ugly. They say I'm skinny. Then other people say I'm fat and whatever. There's so many insults. And then over time, I get emails of people apologizing and saying, I'm really sorry. I kind of fell into the trap of saying what everybody else was saying, and now I'm vegan. What happened to you? What made you decide to be vegan?
So, I, agreed with what the message, your message about, not harming animals, and that surely, if we have the right to have life, surely animals should as well. And that when I used to watch your videos, I agree. I was also caught in the same thing of what everyone else was doing, but then I really took a chance to just listen to what you had to say, and I completely agreed with it.
When you saw videos and the videos that you saw where everybody was making fun of me and stuff like that, were you aware that you were most likely watching videos that were edited and were taken out of context? Because I don't really have too many videos that were actually really controversial. Do you remember seeing anything and you thought, what the hell is she talking about?
I think there was one, maybe about a year ago, which I thought it couldn't be real because it didn't seem like something you would do or say.
Yeah, well, there's videos now that with AI, of course, they use my image and they make it seem like I'm eating animals, which I'm not. That's why I come live. I actually started coming live on a regular basis because people were saying things like I had died, which I clearly am not. I mean, the date today is, what is it? February 28th, Saturday morning here. You're in England, right? Or in Britain? Yeah.
2:10.
All right. Well, thanks for coming in. Thanks for telling us that you're vegan. It's really great to see that there's some good vegan men out there. Do you have any advice for everybody?
Be vegan. Don't hurt animals. It's wrong.
Very good. Appreciate that. What do you think, though, about what I said about hospitals and schools, that they should be vegan? You go into a hospital, you're in a hospital bed, you shouldn't be fed a corpse. You should be fed healthy lentils, beans, and rice, and potatoes, and broccoli. What do you think?
I agree with that, and I think especially in schools, if schools are a place where we should be learning about the world around us, because veganism is a thing, that should be added into a school, so we should learn about it and know it should be accepted at a young age instead of introduced later in life.
Yeah, very good. Appreciate that. Hey, while you're here, I'm just going to get you to read this one more card, okay? So when we are vegan, what's the first thing that we should do? The first rule of Vegan Club is?
To tell everyone you're vegan, not to show off, but because we have a duty to try and undo the harm we did in the past.
Right. What do you think about that?
I think that a lot of people could learn off that.
Yeah, I think we should all be telling everyone that we're vegan. We must come out as a vegan, just like gay people come out. They tell everybody, we as vegan animal defenders, we should come out. This is a liberation flag. This has nothing to do with being gay or lesbian. This is about not oppressing anybody. And this flag is awesome because we are supposed to eat a rainbow of different colored foods in order to have a healthy gut microbiome. So I tell people when you're not sure what to buy and you're at the grocery store, just simply do not go anywhere near eggs or cow's milk or cheese. Don't go near anywhere where there's dead bodies and just stick around the whole vegetable and fruit section. Go to the nut section and go to the section where there's big bags of lentils and beans and quinoa and farro and barley and all of these other things. What do you think about that advice?
I think that, yeah, we should be missing out on all these animal products that are not vegan, and we should be going to say red for tomatoes instead of raw meat.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you very much for coming. I really appreciate you. And look, you got us up to 18,000 likes. Guys, I want you all to double tap on the screen because we had a great role model in here who is vegan. And that's awesome. Hold on, I'm going to push this card over here. I have to make some space here. Otherwise, I forget which ones we read. Thank you guys over on YouTube. I see that the chat is going well. Hey, I see there's somebody who just put some different kinds of vegetables on the screen. Thank you, Sina, for that. You're asking, is cheese okay to eat? No, because cheese comes from a cycle of violence. You see? Look at this. All right. Hold on one second, guys, on TikTok. Hey, thanks, guys, for sharing. Thank you for the little roses. Guys, if you want to go to the top of the list, you put some dancing fruit on here. You can decorate with some animals, especially. We really like that. Little teddy bears with hearts. Yeah, there's a giraffe. There's a whale. There's a chicken that comes on my shoulder. These are all the best decorations because we're trying to talk about animals and how they are worthy of life and we shouldn't be only seeing them dead. All right. So this is what happens in the dairy industry, okay? So this is why, to the person whose name is Sina, I happened to see your comment because it didn't go too fast there for a sec. Sometimes it goes too fast. Oh, somebody says I'm their biggest fan. They're my biggest fan. Okay. Anyway, this is what happens in the dairy industry. Okay, it's terrible because the dairy industry rapes mother cows, kidnaps their babies, murders the boys. It's not okay. This is all of it. Do not drink cow's milk ever or eat cheese. Okay, who else do we have here? This person is next here. Thanks for coming in, everyone.
Oh, hey.
Hey,
So-
can you read this card, please? We were reading it over there on YouTube, but let's let TikTok read it.
The whole thing?
Yeah.
Rapes other mother
No,
cows.
the dairy industry. You asked me the whole thing and then you failed to read the top. Why was that?
What?
Why did you ask me if you should read the whole thing, but then you proceeded to ignore the first 3 words?
I was just trying to ask a question.
Yeah, and I answered it. You said, should I read the whole thing? And then I said, yes.
No,
And then you missed the beginning. So why did you ask me? And then you don't listen to what I said.
sorry.
I'm just curious. Do you know why? Was there a reason?
No.
Okay.
No.
All right. I'm just curious about people's behavior. I often ask questions like that, trying to understand people. All right. Okay. So the dairy industry.
Rapes other mother cows, kidnaps their babies, murder the boys, steal their milk, repeat the cycle over and over because people keep buying milk, cheese, yogurt, and ice cream. Drink soy milk instead.
That's right. Drink soy milk instead. All right. So do mama cows have a right to stay with their babies? All right, I'm going to let you go because you seem to have a hard time following directions and answering questions. Let's go to the next person here. Person's name is Nelson. Oh, hey.
Hi.
Hi. All right. Do mother cows have a right to stay with their babies?
Yes.
Do babies have a right to stay with their mums?
Yeah.
What kind of milk can we drink besides soy milk? I mean, besides soy milk and no cow's milk. Can you think of another type?
Almond milk.
Yeah, almond milk. One that starts with the letter O.
Oat milk.
Yeah, good job. All right, so are you vegan yet?
No,
No?
but I'm open to learn.
Fantastic, great. Okay, so let's talk about some facts about veganism. First of all, veganism isn't a diet. Please read this card.
Random vegan fact. Veganism isn't a diet. It's a justice movement against the exploitation of animals.
All right, so now you know the definition, right?
Yep.
Okay, cool. Would you like to read another card? This is a question that somebody asked me. But what if eating meat is part of my culture? Here's what's going to be your response, all right? Once you're vegan, this is what you're going to say about that. There we go. Please read the whole card.
Question about culture. Question 96. But what if eating meat is part of my culture? Well, cultural traditions evolve. Many cultural practices have changed as well as we learn more about health, ethics, and sustainability. Everyone can be vegan. Just try it and you'll see. Fun fact, many traditional cuisines around the world have naturally vegan dishes.
Right. Good job. Thank you for reading that. Can you just wait 1 second, please? Because I just noticed a super chat. Hey, thank you so much. I'm going to try to scroll back because it went really quick. Some of these blue ones, they don't stay. Okay. Barbara Murray says, thank you for the $2 donation, Barbara, by the way. And you write, treat animals how they want to be treated. That's right, Barbara. Thank you very much for saying that. I'm going to press a heart on your comment, Barbara, and a like. Thank you for saying that. You're absolutely right that we should treat animals the way that they want to be treated. How do I pin this? Is there a way? I wish I knew how to pin your comment. It just says all these other things. I don't know why is it. Wait, maybe if I touch it on this side, I'm long pressing. It won't let me. Thanks, though, very much for the super chat. Guys, if you want to write kind things like Barbara just did, that would be awesome. Teach vegan facts. All right, do you have anything else you'd like to say?
Yeah, I have a question.
Okay.
I saw old videos of you, and I wanted to ask, what are your thoughts on SS Sniper Wolf?
I think she's a bitch. I think she's a cruel person.
Why?
I think you know. What did I say to her in those videos?
Well, I saw that, like, she had, like, a lot of viewers, and she didn't really say to any of them to be vegan. She didn't, like, tell them the truth.
Yeah, she actually, I told her that she should tell her audience to strive to be vegan because it's great for the planet, good for their health. You're less likely to have a stroke, heart attacks, high blood pressure. You are less likely to have colon cancer. It is good for your health, for all of her audience, her 34 million viewers. And I said to her, you know, it's also great to save the planet because animal agriculture is the leading cause of deforestation, of ocean dead zones. So much I told her. And I said, also, being vegan is about the animals and nobody wants to be eaten. And I said to her, I'd like you to encourage your audience to be as vegan as possible. And she said, listening to you makes me want to punch a cow. What kind of a fucked up person would say that? What is it that you think is funny about that? Do you know what happened the next day? I opened my email and somebody had sent me a video of themselves, some kid who lives on a farm. He took his fist and he punched a baby cow in the head. That's what I woke up to the next day. This is how fucked up Sniper Wolf is. You see, these people who have these massive platforms and have the ability to change the world, when they do something so evil like that, it has a domino effect. Because of what she did, some baby cow got punched in the head. And you know what people did? There's two sides to that, right? There's the people like you who think it's funny and decided to laugh. And you people are fucked in the head too. There is absolutely nothing funny about hurting an innocent victim. Yeah. So that's what I think of Sniper Wolf. Let's go to the next person. Oh, thank you guys for following. Thank you very much for putting the decorations on the screen. You guys, you are very kind. I know that you can tell when I'm getting sad and upset, so thank you, TikTok, for that. Thank you, Jonathan, for the little rose you just put. Thank you, everybody, for being sweet. And thanks, everybody, for subscribing. Hey, we got some people coming in. Manny, thanks for being here. Athena, thank you, sis, for the little roses. Thank you for 5 little roses. Thank you, Willa, for joining. If you are subscribing to my channel right now, I'm going to try to read your name out loud. All right, so who do we have here? We have, oh, hold on a second. Go the other way. All right, thank you, Secret, for being here. Thank you for following me. Zay, thank you, Michael, for following me. Thanks, Selena, for being here. Hey, thank you, Queen Mama, for following. Thank you. Thank you to Curry for following. Thank you to, guys, some of you don't have actual names. You have just a decoration. Thank you, Tyson, for following. Oh, guys, hold on. I saw a super chat go flying by on YouTube. Hold on a second. Let me see if I can grab it. This person's name, Miriam. Thank you for the $2.79 donation. You are Canadian, I see. And you write, Taylor Swift isn't vegan. Okay. And? So basically what you're saying is Taylor Swift isn't kind to animals, because that's what the word vegan means. I'm not sure why you would pay $2.79 to write Taylor Swift is not kind to animals. Don't you find that bizarre? Maybe you should ask your therapist what motivated you to take money out of your pocket and give it over here to YouTube, $2.79, to say that somebody who's a big star hurts animals. What do you think that you could have done better with that money? Perhaps you could have said somebody who is vegan. Perhaps you could have said, hey guys, let's all eat lentils and beans and rice and potatoes and not harm animals, right? Something you could have done. So shame on you for that. Not interested in hearing about the people who aren't vegan. The vast majority of people in the world are cruel to animals, despicable to birds and animals. Even now that you know, for example, if I tell all of you that baby pigs are at 6 months old, are murdered in gas chambers in the same way that the Nazis murdered the Jews, your responsibility is to say, holy shit, that's terrible. And then you're supposed to say, I'm going to go vegan now. I'm not going to hurt any more animals, because it's wrong to do that to these little pigs. Bacon is a 6-month-old baby pig. Sausage is a 6-month-old baby pig. Hey, thank you guys for following. Hey, thank you, Logan. I see you sent a rose there. Thank you, Lena, for sharing the live. You guys are really kind over here on YouTube and TikTok. Hey, somebody here made a point of telling me, this is funny, somebody makes a point of telling me that they're Muslim. I don't give a shit. Why are you telling us that you're Muslim? Nobody cares about your religion. I didn't ask, and it has nothing to do with what we're talking about. Maybe you could say, I'm a Muslim and I'm vegan. That would be helpful, right? Because there are Muslims who are vegan, although the vast majority of them are sick in the head animal abusers, just like the Christians are. Everybody should strive to be vegan. Let's go to the next person. Oh, Annie says, whoa, you're rude as fuck. You know what? You know who's rude, Annie? Is people who take animals, put them in gas chambers to die a painful death where it feels like they are burning from the inside out. That's what they do. Do you know what happens to baby pigs? They're born on factory farms, and they don't even get to really see their mom's face because their mom is stuck in a pen this big. She can't even turn around. Maybe if you educate yourself, you'd understand why I have some anger in me. Because when you've seen so many animals suffer and so many careless people on the planet, that's what it does to you. Thanks for the puppy. Thank you for the puppy with the farts that look like hearts. Whoever put that in. Thank you for the decoration. That was really sweet of you. You see, there are some really good people here. And when they see that I'm getting sad or angry, which are normal reactions to have when you see animals abused, people put these decorations on the screen. And that's really nice of you guys. You guys on YouTube, what are you writing here? Hold on, let me try and stop it because it's going really fast. Hold on. It's going too fast. Somebody says that I need a job, and you feel like the need to write that over and over. I have a job. I'm a registered nurse, and I'm a school teacher. Hey, thank you so much for the heart. All right, we have a $9.99 super chat over here on my YouTube channel. TikTok, hold on a sec. I'll be right back with you guys, okay? Oh, wait a second. I just have to write something down. Just have to write some statistics that I see coming in because I'm trying to learn here. All right. We have a super chat here. The person named ManaCoco56 writes, I tried to save a bird from freezing, but unfortunately it died. Can you give me a rest in peace, Miss Vegan Teacher? You know, Mana, it's really interesting you talk about that. Just yet, yes, you can have a rest in peace to that cute little bird. Thank you for trying to rescue the bird. I'm here in Italy, and I was on my headphones because I try to walk every day a certain amount of steps, but I am also a multitasker. So I was called a friend of mine, a young guy. His name is Tommy, and he's in Italy, but he speaks English, and he's an animal defender. He's, I think, like in his early 20s. Anyway, as I was talking to him about an organization called Animal Equality, I saw in the middle of the street a dead pigeon. And I walked up to the pigeon. It was right in the middle of the street. First of all, a car was coming and it was about to run over this pigeon. And I looked at the pigeon. There was no blood. The pigeon must have been just literally seconds before, probably hit by a car. So I picked up the pigeon with my two hands. And I was like, where do I go with this pigeon? I'm in the middle of, there's so much pavement around me. But I couldn't bear the thought of somebody just squishing the pigeon. It just seemed so cruel, even though the pigeon at that point doesn't feel any pain. So I picked up the pigeon and with my two hands, and I felt really sad. And I tried to find a spot. So I found an area near like a garden there type thing. And I was able to put the pigeon underneath a bush and put some leaves, push a little bit of earth on top of the pigeon. So yeah, I feel your pain. Thank you, Mana, for talking about that. And I hope, Mana, that you're actually vegan. I don't know if you are. A lot of times people will save animals, and it's really kind of them. They have a kind heart. But then after trying to save any animal that they see outside that's harmed, they go home, and then they eat other animals. Doesn't that seem strange to you? So, Mana, I don't know if you went home and ate a chicken, but if you're trying to save one animal and you've got the body of another one in your mouth, that's kind of bizarre. All right, guys? Wings don't belong to us. Feathers don't belong to us. The feathers belong on the chickens and on the ducks. We have no right to pluck them out, put them into pillowcases and comforters. They suffer when that is done to them. If you have ever seen the videos of them, they take these ducks and the ducks are just like, what the hell's going on? They're in this confined factory, and the people just hang them and just start plucking all of their feathers out of them. It would be like somebody pinning you down, just like starting to rip every single hair out of your head. Some big, gigantic stranger. It's terrifying and horrific. What we do to animals is simply unforgivable. Pretty much every animal on this planet is exploited by us. Every time you buy leather, you're buying the skin of a cow. It doesn't belong to you. Veganism is about not stealing from animals. Thank you guys for double tapping, by the way. Thank you very much for sharing. Somebody wants to talk to me. I saw that you wrote, can you talk to me? Yeah, the way that it works is you put the decorations on the screen and then your name goes to the top. Hey.
Hello.
Welcome to my live stream. Thank you for coming. Are you a kind person? Are you vegan fantastic? Or are you a cruel person, vegan phobic?
I am definitely not a cruel person. I love animals.
All right, great. Are you vegan yet?
No, not yet. I was thinking about it, though.
Okay, so how many more animals should die before you make up your mind to be a good person?
0 should die.
That's a perfect answer. Here's a question for you to read, okay?
All right.
Okay, I'll flip this over, all right? All right,
Yeah.
flip the camera. Oh, thank you to the person who just became a channel member. Hi, Barbara. Thank you very much for following me, becoming a channel member on my YouTube. I do appreciate the support. Here you go. please read the card out loud about land use and accidental deaths.
Okay. Land use and accidental question 94. If it's true that meat eaters
Hold on a
use
second.
4
It says,
times-
sorry, yeah, go ahead. Hold on, I'll just move it over a little bit. Okay,
Okay.
Go ahead.
Do you want me to like reread the entire thing?
Well, if it's true that meat eaters use,
If it's true that meat eaters use 4 times more land than vegans, why don't they change? While some people are truly cruel and don't care, others simply don't know yet because they've been lied to by the meat, dairy, and egg industries for so long.
industries.
Industries for so long. Fun fact, the meat and dairy industries spend billions of dollars annually on advertising and marketing.
Yeah, and actually, it's not really a fun fact, is it? It's more of a tragic fact.
Yes.
So yeah, so just for you guys over on YouTube, these are the cards that people are reading, and this one says, if it's true that meat eaters use 4 times more land than vegans, why don't they change? And the response is, well, some people are truly cruel and don't care. Others simply don't know yet because they've been lied to by the meat, dairy, and egg industries for so long. So these little cards are cards that I made up from different questions that people have asked me. There are so far 300 of these questions. And you can see on the back, it's backwards. You see, guys?
Oh yeah, that's cool.
Can you stop fidgeting, please?
Yeah, my bad.
Yeah, because it sounds like whoosh, 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 whoosh. To me, it sounds okay. So yeah, these are backwards this way for me and for you guys. So in real life, this is actually backwards because you know on YouTube and on TikTok how things are backwards. I just figured I just print them that way. It takes a long time to type these all out and make them pretty and then plastify them. But it's worth it, I hope, because they will be able to last me forever.
Yeah.
As a kind of a teaching tool. So when is your vegan declaration day going to be? Mine is, can you read this?
Happy Vegan Declaration Day. Name, Miss Katie. Date, June 27th, 2016.
Yeah. So 2016 on June 27th. So this year in June, it's going to be 10 years. I've had no meat, no eggs, no dairy products, so no cheese from cows, no goat milk, no cow's milk, no yogurt, any of that stuff. All plant-based versions. So vegan milk, vegan yogurt, vegan ice cream, vegan meats, no harm. So that's what I'd like you to do.
That's great.
When do you think you'd
Yes,
like
ma'am.
when will you think you'd like your vegan declaration day to be?
Probably this, Ash Wednesday, or like, not Ash Wednesday, but like, you give up stuff for Lent.
I don't do
I will
that,
start.
but okay. Hold on, let me adjust my
I know.
pillow. Yeah. When is Lent?
So Lent started like, I want to say last week, I think.
Okay, so what is Lent? Thank you, by the way, for the $1 super chat over here on YouTube. I'm so sorry if I don't get to see them all. I noticed that was a blue one that just went flying by. I didn't have a sentence there, but if you want to put the yellow ones on and write a complete sentence, I will read it because it will stop. I think the turquoise ones also stop. Okay, so you're thinking you want to give up something for Lent, and you think that would be a good thing to give
all
up?
meat, like vegan,
Okay. And are you a religious person?
Yeah.
What's your religion?
I'm a Lutheran.
Okay. Is that a religion that you chose for yourself, or were you told that that's your religion when you were born?
Just told that, and I was baptized
Yeah.
too, so.
Okay. Yeah. Isn't it interesting that if you were born in a Muslim family that you would be Muslim right now? It's interesting, isn't it?
Yeah.
If you were born in my family, you would be an atheist.
Really?
Yeah, because I raised my children to think for themselves, and we don't believe that there's a sky daddy out there. But to me, it doesn't really matter what religion you believe in, as long as you are a sane person and you are not hurting
That's so
animals.
true.
So when you go to your Lutheran church, do you ever wonder why the minister is up there or the priest? What do you call him in the Lutheran church? Is a priest? Minister?
We call him a pastor.
Pastor. Do you ever wonder why pastors are standing up there? Almost all of them eat animals. So they're standing up there and are preaching about love and compassion. And meanwhile, they did not skip the meat. They're standing there with dead animals in their intestines that they're going to shit out into the toilet after the sermon. It's bizarre. So what I tell people to do at church is to raise your hand and say, excuse me, sorry to interrupt the lecture here or whatever the sermon, but I'm just curious, Mr. Pastor, do you have dead animals in your intestines right now while you're talking about love and peace on the planet? See what he says. What do you think he would say?
I think he'd probably say yes, because, he's got some meat on him, so obviously he would have some sort of animal in his stomach right now.
Yeah. Hopefully he would say, now that you mention it, I do, but I probably shouldn't be eating animals because there's nothing peaceful about it.
Mm-hmm.
But I appreciate you. What is your name, by the way? Because I just see GK67 and a bunch of numbers.
Okay, my first name is Gracie.
Oh, I love that name. That's what I named my guitar.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah. Hey, can you wait 1 sec? I saw a super chat go flying by, and I just want to see if I can catch it. Sorry, guys. I think it was a bit, I didn't want to interrupt, Oh, here it is. I got it. So this person put $1.99 super chat. Thank you to the person named Ursus. And you write, can I buy a stuffy from you? Oh, you mean these guys, they're cute, right? Do you know that they actually have magnets? Look, they have magnets on their paws. See if I can get this to, whoop. See that?
Oh, that's so
cute. So they go on the fridge. They can just stick on the fridge. And I have magnetic things here, magnet boards. You know where I got these? I got these at a dollar store about a long time ago. Probably when I first became a teacher, because I was teaching English to French kids, and I was teaching them the names of the animals, so that we used to use these. And I have a bunch of little stories that I wrote where I took pictures of them. And anyway, called the Happy Zoo Family Stories, if anyone ever wants to Google that. Yeah, thank you very much for the super chat. I'm sorry I don't sell them. I don't. They're just probably made in China. I don't know. I've had them for so long. I got so many. What animal, by the way, do you guys think this is? What do you think this animal is?
It looks like a dog, I want to say.
You think that's a dog? What do you think? What do you guys think on TikTok? I was thinking maybe it was supposed to be a fox.
Oh. Yeah, it looks like a dog to me.
Looks like a dog, eh? What about you guys? Do you think this is a dog or a fox? Somebody said fox. Oh, hold on. Mrs. Jabat said dog. Guys, is this a fox or a dog? There's somewhere I can put a poll, isn't there? There's like a button for polling.
Someone over here said chihuahua.
Chihuahua. Oh, I got another super chat. The person writes, hi, I'm autistic. Okay. Person paid $1.99 to say that. Why are you telling me you're autistic? This channel is about the animals. It's not about your autism. Like, I don't know you. I'm not sure why you're telling us that you're autistic. I actually asked a question, which is, do you think this is a dog or a fox? Maybe instead you could have answered the question. All right? Thanks for being here, though. That I do appreciate. People are funny. What do you think about what it says here? All hospitals and schools should be vegan. Do you agree or not?
I totally agree with you.
Yeah? All right. Hey, listen, you know what? March 1st is coming up. In like tomorrow kind of thing. Wait, where are you? In the States?
I am in the States of America.
Yeah. Okay, which state are you in?
North Dakota.
Okay, cool. Did you know that I'm Canadian?
I did not know that, actually.
Yeah, I'm in Italy at the moment. So right now it is actually 20 to 4 in the morning. It's like the middle of the night over here. In North Dakota is right lined up with Canada, right? We're directly above you. And North Dakota, I'm going to guess what time it is over there. Okay, hold on, let me think. Is it? I don't know. Actually, I don't know what time is it. Like 8 o'clock at night, Friday night?
Yeah, like 8:30,
Okay. All right, cool. So I like to ask people where they are in the world in the time zones because I find it really interesting because people always think they're
Yeah.
kind of like this. Oh, wait, somebody just wrote, they think this is a ninja. Okay. I don't even know what a ninja is. What is actually a ninja? Like a warrior? Is it a human?
Yeah.
Okay, well, okay, thanks. Guys over on TikTok, let's tap on the screen and send some love here. Tap on the screen and send a bunch of hearts. It's fun. Look, we're gonna get the likes up here by 5,000 if everybody just taps for like a couple of minutes. You guys can do it. We have a nice teaching assistant here anyway. All right, anybody else here? Somebody says, oh, that wasn't very nice. So I'm gonna block this person. Boop. Hold on a second. So this person wrote that this animal looks yummy. So that was completely uncalled for.
That was mean.
Yeah, that's mean. We're here to protect the animals. So you get blocked for 24 hours. You cannot comment anymore. I do not write mean things. I'm not sure what the point is that.
Exactly. Why
I've
say that?
literally,
It just makes you mad.
I've just literally never understood how people think it's funny to be mean. I must be missing something. Like I've never seen anybody be mean to another person and laughed, ever. I don't get it. Okay, somebody here says, the animal is a sushi. Well, no, sushi is a type of food, and you can have vegan sushi, by the way, in case you didn't know. Thanks for the $1.99 super chat, though. Oh my goodness, is there another one? Can I call you, says Ursus. Hey, Ursus, you can go over to my TikTok channel. I have 2 cameras here, TikTok and YouTube. And my TikTok account is called Music by That Vegan Teacher. So you subscribe over there, and then you put a decoration on the screen, and you get to the top. All right, so you, Gracie.
Yes.
All right. So here are the instructions, all right?
Okay.
You ready to take notes? Okay.
Yep, I am ready.
Okay, these are the instructions for being vegan. Number 1, you have to change your name on TikTok. Okay? You're gonna call yourself Gracie Animal Defender or Gracie Vegan or Gracie the Vegan or Gracie Defends Animals. Okay, you have to have your name and then you have something to do with animals or veganism.
Mm-hmm.
The reason for that is so we can find each other in the future. Okay? Because
Yes.
I'm never going to remember you like this. Okay? Now, your little image, it looks like somebody in a field. I guess it's you, right? But it's so tiny that it is not helping to send your message out about being kind to animals. What you have to have is some sort of a logo. Now, it could be the V, it could say the word vegan there, or you can have like a big...
Or, you know what I can do is I can like do a picture of me holding my cat.
You could do that. But when it comes to a logo, all right? A logo is something that is so tiny that people will not be able to see it. Like you see my logo, I have 3 words on it, That Vegan Teacher. That's the reason that's a good logo is because you immediately know what's happening. You know that I'm a teacher and you know that I'm that vegan teacher, not this one,
Yeah.
not whatever. So try to find a logo like that. You could write Gracie Animal Defender, you know, or Gracie Protects Animals or something like that, or Gracie the Vegan.
Yeah, of course.
All right. Well, thanks a lot for being here. Don't forget to also, when you do get that, to make sure that you use all the same name on every platform. So I can find you on Instagram. I can find you on Twitter. I can find you on Facebook, right? Everywhere and all over YouTube. Okay. Thank you, by the way, for the $5 super chat here from New Zealand. The person writes, 27 years in our family. You are great, Katie, and all other kind vegans. Oh, Vegan Always is your name. That's a great name. 27 years in our family. 27 years you guys have been vegan? Wow. I'm honored to be in your presence. Guys, the reason we're showing this is we're still trying to figure out if this is a fox or if this is a dog. Thank you very much for the $5 super chat. I'm going to press a heart on your comment and a like. And like I said, I'm just always trying to find a way to pin this. I don't know. I feel like I pinned it one time and now I don't know how anymore. I don't get it. Where is it? It just says remove, report, hide, and timeout. Don't you guys hate when that happens? Oh, I can add you as a moderator. That's interesting. Once I get to know you better, I'll do that. All right, let's go over here to TikTok. Hey, TikTok. Let's go to the next person here. Thanks for decorating the screen, guys. Thank you for being kind. Hey, Bradley. Thanks for coming in, Kaylee. Hi, Jennifer. All right, let's go to the next person. Person didn't come in. We got Remy.
Hello, Miss Vegan Teacher.
Hello, welcome to our live stream. Are you a kind person, vegan fantastic, or are you vegan phobic and mean?
Kind, and I want to pledge to veganism
All right, why is that?
because I think killing animals is cruel
So
and
veganism,
eating meat is cruel.
right. So remember that veganism isn't just about that. It is a social justice movement, okay? Against the exploitation of animals. So if you're going to pledge to be vegan, it means you're also not going to do other things too. Do you know what they are?
No, I don't. Could you please tell me?
Well, if you want, you just said you want to be vegan, but you don't really know what it is, right? So it means we don't steal anything from animals. Do you think that vegans steal the wings from chickens?
No, they don't.
Right, we don't steal from animals. Do vegans buy pillows that have feathers in them?
No, they don't.
Correct. Do vegans ride horses?
No, we don't.
That's right, we're not going to ride horses. The only time that would ever happen is if we have a horse in our possession who is being taken care of by us, who hasn't been bought or sold. We are protecting, we are saving their life. And for some reason, they don't have enough space. And the only way that they can get off the property is if they need to be ridden. That is the only time that horses should be ridden for their sake, not for us. They're not our entertainment. One sec. Saw a super chat go flying by. Hold on a second. Here it is. Ursus writes, animals are yummy but farmed inhumanely. There's no right way to kill somebody who wants to live, Ursus. It's terrible that you're saying that animals are yummy. Why would you pay money to come in here and talk about how animals taste good? Everybody already knows that. Bacon tastes good. Doesn't mean we should eat it. You might taste good. That doesn't mean that aliens can come down and eat you. All right, so Remy, I would like you to change your name to Remy the Vegan or Remy for the Animals, something like that. And I'm very proud of you for deciding that you want to be vegan. You want to read a card about not drinking. You want to read a card about not drinking cow's milk?
Sure.
Okay. So you're going to put your hand on your heart and take this promise?
Yep.
Okay. Here we go. Let's flip this over. Here you go, Remy. There is your card. Please read it out loud with your hand on your heart. Oh, actually, just one sec. I just want to get this $5 super chat. Barbara says, stop saying animals are yummy. Stop. Yes, Barbara. Woo! Nice super chat. Thank you. Heart for you. Like for you. Barbara, you're going to end up being a moderator when you're acting that way. That's great. All right, so please read the card over here on TikTok. My vegan promise, no more dairy.
I promise to stop drinking cow's milk because I'm against stealing. I'm also against paying people to steal on my behalf. Since I wouldn't want anyone to take the milk from human mothers and babies that I love, I also don't want anyone to steal milk from animals either.
Excellent. Thank you very much for taking a vegan promise. How do you feel?
Awesome.
Great. Let me flip this over. Take the card back. Sorry about my armpit, guys, over on YouTube. This is the promise that somebody just made. See? I promise to stop drinking cow's milk because I'm against stealing. I'm also against paying people to steal on my behalf. Since I wouldn't want anyone to take milk from human mothers and babies that I love, I also don't want to steal milk from animals either. So mother cows want to stay with their babies. Babies want to stay with their mothers, and you can drink soy milk instead. All right. Well, guys, that is actually the end of our class. It has been 60 minutes already. Thank you very much for drinking all of that beautiful soy milk there. That's awesome. Thank you so much. And guys, we have some really amazing people over on TikTok. I took out a big carton of soy milk. It's great. Barbara, thanks again for being here. I'm just going to see, I have another super chat here that I maybe missed. Nerds Gummy Cluster writes, would you be friends with someone who wasn't vegan? No. No, I wouldn't be friends with somebody who eats cats. No, I wouldn't be friends with somebody who pays factories to breed dogs and then to cut their heads off and to stick their body parts into plastic styrofoam. I wouldn't be friends with somebody who eats dogs. No. I wouldn't be friends with somebody who hurts animals and pays for animals to be harmed. No. I would be acquaintances with them. So I would be polite, say hello. You know, I'm working, talk to people in the post office, in the stores. But no, how can I be friends with somebody? Friends. Being a friend. You're friends with people that you respect and admire. I could never be friends with somebody who deliberately hurts animals. No, how could you? That's not friendship. That's fake engagement. That's let's you know, we can whatever, play a sport with somebody. You know, you're on a sports team, you might want to play basketball with people, whatever. But you're not friends with somebody who hurts animals. It doesn't make sense. Just like you wouldn't be friends with somebody who beats his girlfriend. You wouldn't be friends with somebody, a woman who slaps her boyfriend every once in a while when she loses her temper. No, we're not friends with people who are cruel, right? If you guys have anything else you'd like to say, thank you, by the way, for all the hearts that I just saw flying on the screen. Let me see, guys, over here on, before I go, if there's a last minute super chat, is anything else you want to say before I go? Let me know right now. You guys over here on TikTok. Oh, thanks, stranger. Thanks for coming. Hi, Alan. Guys, don't forget to follow me here on TikTok. And today we talked about all hospitals should be vegan and all schools should be vegan. As a nurse, I think it is bizarre that I am walking into someone's room who just had a heart attack or who has cancer, and I'm putting in front of them a dead animal. That is so messed up on so many levels. First of all, eating animals is linked to cancer, high cancer rates on certain cancers. It is also linked to having strokes. It's linked to type 2 diabetes. Hospitals should have no animal products in them at all. That's it. The Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics, the largest body of healthcare professionals, dietitians, nutritionists, everyone who's looked at the science has stated veganism is healthful for all stages of development. You can be healthy as a vegan when you're born because you are born vegan. Your mother's milk is meant for you because it is not stolen. All right, what do we hit? Barbara writes, if you see someone is not vegan, they are your enemy. Don't trust them, says Barbara. Okay, Barbara, so here's the thing. If somebody is not vegan, it doesn't necessarily mean that they're my enemy because they might not know yet. Okay, so picture sometimes teenagers come up to me, right? They recognize me. Like just the other day, even here in Italy, someone saw me. I was trying to do a workout at one of those parks outdoors. And this kid came up to me and goes, are you that vegan teacher? And I said, yeah. And I said, are you vegan yet? And he said, no. Like, this kid is not my enemy because he's just learning. He didn't know what happens in the dairy industry, for example. So if the kids don't know, or if even some adults just never thought about it before, they're not my enemy. They become the enemy when they know, they have seen the videos, they understand that it's true that you can be healthy as a vegan, they understand that it's true that the animals are harmed, but they continue to harm them. That's when they become the enemy. That's when they become somebody who is hurting animals, and it's our job to stop them. Just like if you guys were the animal victims. All right? So Barb, thank you though. Thank you very much for the super chat. I really appreciate you so much. You have been very kind today. Lots of you guys are awesome. Let's see if there's anybody else who wants to write something last second. TikTok, spamming all the broccoli. Yes. Good job. Thank you guys for following me. I'm just going to read out the names of people who have just subscribed to my channel on TikTok. 1 second. Okay, Madison is here. Thank you, Madison. Thank you. Hey, I just noticed that Plant-Based Struggle Bus is here. It says you muted somebody for the live stream. Hey, thanks. I appreciate you for being so kind. Guys, a bunch of you have been muted because you're not behaving kindly. And this is my friend Laura. She is a moderator here. Laura. Hey. All right. So somebody writes here, I'm vegetarian. It's 4 a.m. here. Please put me on the live. Okay. Well, Selena, I'm ending the live now, but thank you for being here. If you're vegetarian, don't be. Stop contributing to the violence of the dairy industry. All right. Thanks everyone for coming. We will be live again here. Oh, wait a sec. I forgot to read some of the names out loud. 1 second, guys. Okay. If you subscribe to my channel right now, I'm going to read your names out loud. All right, Timothy, thank you for following. Thank you to Miss Star for sharing the live. You don't have to share the live anymore because I'm about to leave, okay, guys? But following is a good idea. So La Boo Boo, thank you for following. Guys, get some proper names. Mochi, thank you for following. Jocelyn, thanks for following. Who else do we have here? Thank you to Sis for following and to Swapped. Thank you to, hey, Pecha B, Pete. Pita is here. Hey, thanks a lot for the like. I didn't know that you watched my live. I'm so happy you're here. That's so nice. Thank you, Lena, for following. Thank you to Toka for following. Thank you all of you guys who liked the live. Sawyer. Guys, you're awesome. I have to go. Hey, Pete, you are in Germany. You're in the same time zone as me. What are you doing up at 4 in the morning? I know what I couldn't sleep thinking about the animals, so I did a live for an hour. Anyways, guys, thank you for being here. We'll see you guys all in a couple of hours, okay? YouTube, give yourself a big hug. You guys too, TikTok. Big hug. I know you're trying. I know you don't really want to hurt animals, okay? Big hug. I wish you all the best. Have a really great sleep if you're here in Europe. If you guys are in wherever you are in the world, I want you to be kind to the animals and yourself, okay? Okay. See you guys later, YouTube.